effort and heart rate spiking up. It really shouldn't. So, okay, not too much effort. Just follow along, stretch. And again, if there's a stretch that feels funky and you're looking for an alternative, just let me know. Okay. So again, we're gonna from the chair we work our way down from the head down to our tailbone. Okay. So all right, let's begin by looking left to right. Just gently turn left to right. Let's look up and down. So again, we're just moving our neck right now or our head. We're not focusing on the rest of our body. Just in our neck. Make sure you're breathing. Some neck circles. Again, neck circles, just keeping your head right next to your upper chest, your upper back. Switch directions. If you hear little popping or little cracks here, as long as there's no pain, it'd be normal. Right, let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. We're gonna bring our right hand over our head. Just allow the weight of our arm to stretch out that left side of the head. We'll switch. And more folks coming in. Good morning, everyone. Just stretching out our body. Awesome. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and kind of sit back, and we're gonna bring our head forward and back. Just here. Back. You bring your head in. You almost want to bring your chin in contact with your upper chest as well. Next, we're gonna make a fist. Clench our hands together. We're upright, straight. And bring our head down. Then push with our fist forward. And relax. About two more. Awesome. Very good. Now we're gonna start working our way down to our shoulders. We're just gonna do shoulder circles, rotating the shoulders from behind, up top, forward, down low, and then back. It's going to reverse, so up top and very good. All right, let's go ahead and reach up towards the ceiling. Just push up, push, push, push. Two. All right. Do that stretch on your left side. Switch. Hold that. Very good. All right, we're just going to bring our right arm across and just stretch that shoulder. Switch. Very good. All right, we're going to work out our triceps slightly. So just hands up, palms up, and then just press down. All the way down to the tricep extending. All right, door opener. So elbow in and begin here. Just so that side of your bicep activating. All right, we'll switch. So we're doing about 10 openers. Very good. So next we're gonna go ahead and try to meet our elbows behind us. We're just elbows back. We're gonna feel a stretch just slightly, and then on your mid back, try to meet your elbows behind you. 3 more. Now we're gonna go just slide here, our hands up. Did a pretty heavy shoulder workout yesterday, so actually feel good. Let's do cross press, so palms facing the screen, and we're just gonna tap our opposite chest. Trying to keep your elbows at your side. Try not to like lift them like this, just elbows at your side. Just moving your segment from your elbow to your palms. We're gonna work on our hands. Okay, so just kind of bring every finger individually to the center of your hand. Let's do the same by rolling every knuckle in each finger. So I also still want you to move every finger to the center of the hand, but now we're bending every knuckle. Once you've done that a few times, let's make a fist and open. Try to stretch out the tendons between your fingers. So you're going to do that is just by separating the fingers as much from each other, each direction. So just open as wide as you can with those hands. Now let's with the left hand. And now every knuckle individually. I know, let's separate those fingers. So just separate them as wide as you can. We're gonna start moving down to our hips. So let's go ahead and just do a hip opener. So knees are facing straight. Right leg will slightly come out. And just gonna add a little bit of force. Making that leg wants to stretch out a little bit more. That should have a 90-degree angle close to it here. Stay upright, no slouching. Breathing. And switch. Right. Awesome. All right, next one, we're just gonna do a piriformis stretch. So right heel on that left knee. For this one, I like sitting to the edge of my chair. Just allows me a little bit more range of motion for a variety of these movements. Hang out here. Sometimes that's enough of a stretch, but if you want to get a little bit more in there, you could go ahead and hug it out. So just kind of bring your knee up, lean back if you have space. That stretch, right? That's targeting your piriformis muscle, and your sciatic nerve runs through there. If you have sometimes lower back pain, this can help with that. Right, and then now we're going to go ahead and slight push down, or just almost just apply a little bit of force by resting your arm on there, just leaning towards it. And switch. Okay, so left knee, left ankle on right knee. Get a slight stretch. Should be an easy class, nothing too challenging today. Just bring that knee up, target. Push down on that knee now. Just gonna lean towards it. Great. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of lateral movement. Our knee. So all I want you to do is just slightly elevate it. Just elevate your leg off the ground, and then I just want you to kind of move it left to right. There's not going to be a lot of movement, so I don't want you to do this. That's going to start swinging your upper thigh or your femur. Just kind of keep it floating and light movements here. And we're just trying to have a little bit of movements on our LCL and MCL for the big tendons within our knee. Just slightly move that. You might not have too much range of motion. That what is he talking about? I can't move that. So again, it's just a slight movement. So we don't want to move that thigh, upper thigh. You just want to move that lower leg. Switch. Slightly elevated. Right, so what we did yesterday in class, but I like to end this time just to break up the hamstrings. We're just going to recline back, bring our knee up, and then just do extensions. Every time, never feels like have a little pump. We'll do about 12 of these extensions per leg. Try to keep that leg up as close to your chest as possible. Awesome. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and if you have shoes on, you can remove them. If you're already barefoot, then just give me a second to remove my shoes. You can always drink a little bit of water during this time too. If you have some nearby. A quick little water break. Mine like Christmas socks. So for these, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead, just grip the floor. So try to scratch the floor underneath you in those. Like if you're a bird hanging on the branch, trying to grab that floor underneath. And we're just gonna bring our toes up towards the ceiling and then back down. It's more strengthening than stretching, but again, this area here, our anterior tibialis, we don't work out too much. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do our ABCs on one leg. So just trace the letters of the alphabet. Switch. Ready? And once you've done that, this is where we're gonna use our golf ball, okay? So now our golf ball, just have mine here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just roll, push down with my foot and just roll back and forth. Just rolling, trying to cover every little inch of my foot. Find a spot that's a little tender. Again, it doesn't feel right, not exactly on that spot, but just to the left or to the right. Just push it down slightly, applying pressure to that area. And then just kind of roll again, about 10 seconds. Kind of find another spot on that same foot. It's a little tender. Roll out. Let's go to the left foot. Do the same thing. So just roll out for about 20 seconds first. Right, let's find a tender spot. Let's push it down. Continue rolling. Let's find a second tender spot, maybe towards the inside of that arch. So for this, I usually go forward and then turn my leg inside. Kind of work on right here on the top part. Roll out right there. All right, great. All right, so before we transition down to our yoga mat, let's go ahead and take a little quick 2-minute break. Grab your yoga mat, have it ready, and we'll regroup right now. So we're gonna transition to the floor right now. the map. All right, so for this one, what we're gonna do is just little cues. Just have your knees right below your hips. So I don't want you guys shifted back here. It should be right under your knees. I mean your hips. Wrists right below your shoulders, and then we're gonna arch up and down. Okay, so it's called the cat cow. Arch up, and bring that belly down. Belly your entire back. All right, from here we're gonna remain in the same position. Let me just slightly put this so you guys don't have an angle view. So again, here, forward. Then what I'm gonna do is just reach forward with my hands. Okay, so my knees don't move forward. I really don't want, I want to avoid this here. Okay, so make sure your hips don't move. Just reach forward. Then try to bring your head down. You can drop your elbows. You can just remain here. Once you're here, you could reach forward with your hands if you like. Just stay here, this position for 30 seconds. I'm getting a little tired. All right, next, we go here, arch up, then bring our glutes to our heels. You're ready to reach forward with your hands. Again, we're gonna stay here for about 30 seconds. Right. Next, we're gonna go ahead and then just lift our hands to our left. Okay. Done that, arch up, so arch your back, then bring your glutes to your heels. Good. Go right, onto our right side, arch up, drop your glutes. That. Right. Next, this next one, we're just gonna get an additional yoga piece. Some of these mats are a little dirtier or cleaner than others, so. Yeah. All right. So now we're just gonna lay down comfortably on our back. We're gonna act like we're being pulled behind us from our hands and then with our feet, okay? So just push with your feet and then push with your hands. Feel away from your body. Just for about 20 seconds. And relax. Very good. Next, we're gonna do knee drops and get on this sit-up position, feet together. Then we're gonna go ahead and then drop our knees to our left. And I like keeping my hands at my side, so I don't have too much movement going on with my torso. Okay, so I don't want to move my torso. I don't want my back to roll off the side. Knee drops both ways. We'll do about 8 on each side. Take your time. Our last one on each side here. Very good. So let's see your lower back is a little bit. Next, you're gonna go ahead and just bring, like earlier on the chair, but now laying down, bring your right knee, your chest, if you can. Just grab a hold of right below your knee and just pull. So, and you can grab a little bit lower on your leg. Just push your feet. Bring that leg out. So on my back, but I want to bring that leg out to my right side, almost like a hip opener. So I'm holding it there with my arm. Next, do the other leg. Up to your chest. Bring that leg out like a hip opener. Still holding it, that one arm. And I hold it so I have a consistent range of motion. If I don't hold it, my leg's just gonna be floating and bouncing a little. Awesome. Next, we're gonna get on our side, almost like a Jane Fonda position. What I want you to do is your top leg, try to take it as far back as you can. Once you've done that, drop it. Okay, so drop that heel. And just hold it there. You're gonna hold this other stretch for about 30 seconds. And you start here, it's gonna go all the way back and then drop that heel. So that stretch on your side, running down your leg. Boom. Reset. All right, we're just gonna roll over and do the other side. And here. Back. All right, this next time we're gonna go ahead and do these are a little bit more advanced variation from the knee drops that we just did. So again, knee drop, we go here, here. So this next one, we're gonna get our legs in a crunch position. So elevated 90 degrees and then do the same thing. So again, drop here, up. And we'll do 5 on each leg or on each side. Just make sure your back doesn't leave the ground. Really feel that on the side of your hip. This I do. All right, so that was 5 for me on each side. Just like that one. And feel that one a little bit more than the knee drops. So, but you gotta warm up into it. How are you guys doing so far? Good. Thumbs up. All right. See a thumbs up from Debbie. Okay. All right. This next one, it's kind of like a must when we have. All right, Lisa. Thank you. We're gonna do both openers. Okay. So stay on our side. Tuck in your knees. Stack your knee. Foot on foot. Hand on hand. And then, so for this one, we're just gonna follow your hand all the way without moving your legs and resetting. Once you're here, what I want you to do is slide your hand forward, okay? And then come back. And let's do 10 on each side. On number 7 right now. Takes a little longer, but it's worth it. Once you've done 10 on one side, we're gonna switch sides. Laying on the right side. Righty. That does it for the laying down ones. We're gonna do a few other stretches right now before we move on to. Okay, so for this one, what I want you to do next, if you're almost there with me, give you guys a couple seconds if you're finishing up. So we're just gonna separate our knees from us. What I want you to do is separate the knees and drop back and then lean forward. That makes sense. So again, you're here in this position, legs are separated. I'm gonna drop my hips back and forward. Just put it down. You can drop your elbows if you like. Very good. All right, so now we're gonna be kneeled. Okay, we're gonna bring my right leg out to my right side. And then what I'm gonna do is just hold it there and I'm gonna turn towards it, lean towards it, okay? So stretching the hamstring. Now come up straight, keep that leg there, and then just lean forward. Come upright. We're gonna do the other side now. So again, you have a nice stretch there. Leg out, toes up. Again, turn your torso towards it and lean. Up. Now we're gonna lean forward. Awesome, very good. All right, well, if you don't have a foam roller, you're more than welcome to stick around and watch. The foam rolling session might be about 10 minutes. If it's not, you could obviously you could head out. But if you do have your foam roller, let's go ahead and grab that. And the foam roller that I have, I found on Amazon. Well, actually, Carmen found it on Amazon for about $18. I had it previously, but it's about 18 inches here. Go further back. What I'm gonna do here on the first one, I think I tested this out with some of you guys last week. You're gonna spend about 2 minutes here, so I'm gonna sit, and you can only do this one with the longer foam roller. Obviously, we can't do this with the shorter one; you'll hurt your back. So I'm gonna sit at the bottom base of it. I'm just gonna safely come back. Okay, my head is still on the foam roller. Actually, I gotta scoot up a little bit more. If you're really tall, you might need a longer foam roller. So we're here, and then let's just have our palms facing up towards the ceiling. Just kind of hang out here for about 2 minutes. So this one does require you just to like stay still here for 2 minutes. This would actually be a stretch that I would suggest doing at the beginning of your workout before you can start warming up. Or also do this for at the end of the workout as well. Palms are facing up. Elbows might be making contact with the floor. About another minute. And you could gently roll yourself off to the side. If you don't fall, no accidents. Almost fell asleep right there. Huh. Got comfortable. Okay. So again, that's one that I would do at the beginning of, if this entire class had that foam roller, I'd probably start off the class by doing that one. Okay. So feel free to do that next time. Maybe in here waiting. So now we're gonna probably try to more roll out our legs. Then also, I could show you what I do for my back in case anyone wants to figure out, if I want to get a lacrosse ball or anything like that. So, okay, so first for this one, calves, probably set that foam roller mid-length up your calves, and then we're just gonna go here. I'll show you how I have my feet here. So here, and I just you see how my toes are pointing up right now? And I just start rotating them out. So it also gets the sides of my calves. And I just kind of roll them in. Now my toes are pointing in. My knees are a bit buckled. And just keep on rolling. And again, this is pretty gentle right now. We had Melena mention on Wednesday that she actually strained her, I forget what muscle group, might have been her calf by foam rolling too much or too hard. So that is a reality. So don't just be doing this all day either. All right, and if you want a little bit more pressure, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stack our legs and then just roll. And again, you see my These socks came in handy because you could see my toes with the big old red mark. But anyways, you could just roll, just see as I'm pointing towards my left with my toes right now, and I'm pointing straight, then I'm pointing right. And then if once you find a tender spot, you kind of want to just sit there, just hold it for a little bit. If you want more pressure on that, then just try to lift yourself like a dip um, with your arms. So try to lift your hips off the ground. It's going to apply a little bit more pressure. Okay, let's do the other leg. So again, stack. So left leg on top of the right. Yeah. Go ahead and do my hamstrings now. Please move a little bit higher up. Sliding back. Have a little bit more mobility. Now your glutes should be off the ground. I do both legs at the same time right now, just to like warm them up. Again, same idea, just putting straight, closing them out. If you're gonna do one leg at a time, stack it, but my hamstrings are very sensitive right now, so I'm gonna stick to this here. You can see Carmen doing it. She's here. And again, people pain tolerance with massages. It just depends what you like. If you like a deep massage, something that's a little bit more firm, then you might want to just do on one limb at a time. But I'm pretty sensitive to touch, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just have both my legs floating here, okay? Very good. Okay, you could also do your inner thigh. So the way you would just do that is just kind of here, and you're just gonna position yourself. You're in this different position, but you're just kind of gliding, get some leverage from this leg, and you're just rolling back and forth with the assistance of your arm. Again, for this one, you might have to just adjust it with your hands here and there. Again, this is just another extra tool to, for remedies of sore legs or avoiding tightness or cramps, soreness. This just helps with that. Before we move on to the next leg, let's do our right glute. So we're just doing our right inner thigh. So now we're gonna do our right glute. So we're pretty much gonna sit on that and then just kind of still roll. Now it's on that glute muscle. So unless you have a pretty sore glute, you might feel like it's not doing much in that area. So again, just kind of use your best judgment. I'm just gonna kind of show you how you would do these. So now I'm gonna go with that left inner thigh. Here. And I'm rocking back and forth. Leg. I'm doing this right now because up next, or unless Julian's awake and playing wild, I have to leg workout. So it actually works nicely. Okay, let me go ahead and do splits, just a little bit elevated. Does anyone else with their screen or their cameras off have a foam roller right now and it's joining us? I only know Carmen and Debbie. Lisa, okay, you got one. Ella. Ella's just got popcorn watching us. Just kidding. Right. Yeah, hopefully you guys could get one. Like I said, you could find the smaller ones at Ross, at Marshalls, Big Five, Target. But I think you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with this one from Amazon because it's not as firm. Sometimes it could be really firm. Right. Good. All right, so that's kind of how I would, I coach runners, and a lot of my runners have these foam rollers, but the kids, they think the fancier, the better, the more expensive, the better. I have some kids that bought a $70 one this big from Nike, and it does the same thing, but because it has the Nike swoosh on there, they think it's gonna help them a lot more. So it could be weird like that sometimes. So, all right. And then, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky to show you guys. Trying to see an angle. So, yeah. So, because I want to use this back door here. So what I have, some of you guys have seen me use my lacrosse ball. So again, this is a lacrosse ball. It's just a little bit firmer than a tennis ball. It's about the same size as the tennis ball. Golf ball is a lot firmer. So, and the golf ball might be too small. But what I do in the past, I've hurt my neck or hurt that connective tissue between your shoulder and your neck. I think it's your sternocleidomastoid, long name. I've heard that before. Or sometimes there's just like a spot on your back that you don't know how to get. So what I would do is just kind of get this ball, place it on the wall, just come behind it, and then just kind of roll it, and then just do that motion. And again, you could pretty much get the entire back as long as you're moving or adjusting that ball. What you could also do on a doorway, if you open the door, sorry, it's bright, you would put the ball right here on the door frame. And to get that angle of that shoulder, what I would do is just keep the ball there and just kind of go in this. So again, that's just, but again, you would need something smaller. It'd be really tough to kind of do a handstand with the foam roller and then just kind of doing that with the foam roller. So just another tool that you guys should consider, especially, if you're more active, you're working out, if you're going to put yourself in a pathway to success for health and become a better, have a stronger body. But if, over time things wear out, things get tired, if you push yourself too much, what's going to happen is injuries can happen. So everything that we did today is pretty much injury prevention, for your body. And outside of that, it's also, it helps too. So you might have a day in the week where you want to do something productive to your body, something worthwhile, but you feel too tired to go on a walk, or your muscles are too sore to lift anything, but you still want to do something. And a lot of us that are constantly working out or doing something productive, you feel sometimes like a Sunday might pass by that you just feel kind of like, well, that was a waste of a day, or I didn't do much. But again, physically, if you feel that energy level is pretty low, you're sore, a day like today is kind of what you want to have at least once or twice a week. And that's what we're doing here on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I would say, Monday, we're going to come back. It's going to be cardio and core. Cardio and core, I think this last week was a little bit, up there. But if you guys want to take it easy tomorrow or just relax, have a day off. I've seen some of you guys 6 straight days this week, so which I'm happy to see. But make sure you guys also, relax a little bit. So
I think the whole week schedule, the way you have it, it works for me. It's really great. And then I'm looking forward to Saturday to
yeah,
put in all my bones
yeah,
in
I
place.
know. It's Ella probably remembers, but maybe when we first started during the summer of like COVID, they gave me a Saturday morning class, and it was like a HIIT workout. And on Friday nights, sometimes you just hang out, especially during COVID. There's a lot of movie watching, maybe some wine, maybe some popcorn. And the last thing you want to do is wake up the next day and do a hard HIIT interval workout. So yeah, so I'm kind of glad that on Saturday mornings, you could still have your fun on Friday nights and then just kind of wake up to this. So, but yeah, any other questions before we head out?
Did you get the plan for your wife?
No, I haven't, but we have a pretty mellow Saturday, so maybe we will today. All right, Marina, I appreciate you. And then everyone else, thank you for joining. I know Saturdays, could be pretty busy on the weekends, but thank you, Lisa. But yeah, hopefully you guys feel a little bit more productive and go on your way.
I'm going for my 4 miles walk after this.
There you go. I have a sick baby, and I think he just got me sick, so I'm gonna try to take it a little easy, but we'll see. How are you doing, Marianne?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. All right. Sounds great. So
I
yeah,
hope
so this is,
everything goes well.
thank you. Yeah. So this is a 10-week term. This is the end of number 2. So we're going to number 3 next week. So all right, let's keep it going. You guys enjoy your Saturday.
Thank
Take care.
you.
All
And your
right.
Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye, Debbie, Ella.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye, Kenya,
Bye.
Maria, Carmen. Bye-bye.